I'm set up to machine the top and bottom of the taper attachment covers now. This piece of aluminium is not flat. It's bowed in at least one way. It's bowed like so. So this is the only way I could find that it would sit flat or sit down at the table both on that place and that place at the same time. So now when we face this side, we'll get it flat here and we turn it over, and then it will sit flat against the table all over. So we'll do this in two operations. First we'll take there, and then we'll move the clamps slightly, like rotate them 90 degrees. Then we'll do the middle. It's not going to take off much here, maybe 1.5 millimeters or about 60 thousandths. So it will just be a skim. I'm going to use this 80 millimeter face mill. Didn't like that too much. I have some serious issues with the harmonics here because the plate isn't sitting down properly on the table. And now I just clamped it down. And I'll take the last cut on the middle here. I have maybe a tenth of a millimeter left. But obviously that middle part here won't be completely in the same plane as these two, since I've clamped it down over here now and it wasn't sitting down there, and I think it was kind of bowed like that too. But we'll see how it works out when I face the other side, if that is any better. I think I need to take one more cut here because it is a little proud still, maybe, I don't know, 500 millimeter. We'll see how much I'll need to take. As you can see, I have relieved the middle a little bit. I think the clamping of the warp plate led to it springing back again, so the middle was high and it wouldn't sit flat on this side either. So I relieve this side about half a millimeter. And now it sits perfectly flat. So it should be easier to get this side nice. And this will probably be the bottom, and the other side will be the top, which I'm going to dig out the whole middle of to get the dish shape. Or not a dish, but it's a depression in the middle, so coolant and chips will collect there. I've laid out the design here now, but I don't think it shows up very well on the camera. Here's where the pins are going in, like there and there. I'm going to remove this. We're going to have a radius there. Now we'll remove most of the middle there with a face mill, I think. I've got most of the roughing done, and I'm going to finish the bottom of this cover, and afterwards I'll show you a problem I have. I thought the shape I have now would be okay, but it's not, because this is kind of cut off there. I could mill out a little bit to make everything go down there, but just doesn't look right. This has to be on the outside here. So I guess I'll have this welded up and put on a little piece here, because I'm not going to machine this all over. And the other side, I suppose I'll just get the piece I have welded up before I start machining it, so it will be easier for the welder and easier for me. This is one of the covers for the lead screw bracket, or the end bracket. And I'm going to polish it, and I've started on the other side. The other side started similarly to this one with the turning marks. First I used this 120 paper, and I've got all the turning marks removed with that. So next step is this wet and dry 240 paper. Just rub it like so until all the marks from the 120 paper are gone. And I'll get back to you when I've done that. I'm done with the 240 paper now. It's probably difficult to see. You can see all the marks from the sanding there. They're all in the same direction, and I've switched the sanding direction 90 degrees twice, and that way you see that all the parallel lines from the previous 90 degrees of sanding are gone. Then you know it's down to only 320 marks, because you have to get all the marks from the previous step away. So like the 120 piper, I can't have any lines of that left after I've done with 240 paper, because they will never go away with the finer grits. So now I'm over to 600. I'll get back to you. Here's the sanding with the 600 paper. Goes faster, and if you do it properly in the first steps, the next steps are faster. So this didn't take more than maybe 2 minutes. So now we're down to, you're only missing 1000 and 2000 grit. I guess it's getting real difficult to see the sanding marks now, but I'm done with the 1000 paper. So we'll see how it turns out with the finishing step. This is what it looks like after the 2000 grit. As you can see the sanding marks there, maybe. I'll just polish it with some compound and I'll be done. I should have had 3000 paper. You can definitely see the scratches from the 2000 paper after I've polished it. It's nice and shiny anyway. There, the end support bracket is complete. The cover is in place on both sides. So, still missing the tray or whatever it's called underneath the apron. I repainted the patent's badge now and it came out really nice. The reason for that is mostly due to the fact that it's not scratched up. Because if a badge like this is scratched up really badly, paint will suck down into all the scratches and it will be impossible to get the paint out of them. This came out okay. Now we'll just mount them with the tiny screws or dry rivets. These ones. Had a hard time mounting the other badge, but I think this one will be a little easier because this is not sheet metal but cast. This badge here sits on the electrical cabinet, so it gives when you try to hammer the dry rivets back in. Yeah, that was loose. Let's see about the three others. They fit any better because the ones in the electrical cabinet were really tight. That one feels good. Try to get all of them in a little ways before I hammer them home. That worked really smoothly. Well, all the badges are on. Lubrication plate, electrical plate, and the patent's plate or badge. And I of course forgot the coolant lines that are still missing. I haven't started painting those. So I guess those will be painted in the summer when it's warmer outside.